Houston, where they rap a lot. Texas, hello.
Where they do rap a lot. How are you, Karen? Hey, Drew,
Sam.
nice to hear you. Yes, it's Sam. It's Sam. It's Sam. How are
Hey,
you?
hey.
I think that my issue is with voting, and it seems like, and I won't say our side, but it is what it is. We always want to have this purity test about our candidates. They got a whole ass 3 times married, 3 baby mama, adultering, sexual abuser on the other side, and these MF are still gonna go out there and vote for him. Now I do agree with you. I think Nikki Haley is a problem. She's a problem. Nikki Haley is a problem.
Mm-hmm.
However, just like here in Texas, when we had our gubernatorial election with Beto O'Rourke and Greg Abbott, almost said something.
Don't do it. Don't do it. But when you said his name, I had the nickname in my head. I'm just
yeah, I left it alone. But even then, Beto O'Rourke went to every single county in Texas. He had reputable black men out there that were in the community going to here in Houston. He was in Fifth Ward. He was in Trinity Garden. He was in Cashmere Garden. These are the hoods in Houston, okay? But we still didn't get the voter turnout that we needed to get rid of Greg Abbott. We always want a purity test. It's not about their feelings. That's what happened with Hillary as well. We wanted a purity test with her. And that leads us to nothing. And then we have people that want tangibles. They always want tangibles. And yes, we should hold our elected officials accountable. We should. But you're not even holding yourself accountable by going out there and voting. So what do we do with that?
Right. How do you get no reparation, no vote, no reparations, no vote? It's like you can only get reparations by electing people who are going to legislate reparations. Right. So you don't vote, you definitely not getting tangibles. Tangibles come from your elected officials. Tangibles is not manna from heaven. This is that system. I don't know how they
tangibles come from people who actually believe that you are worthy of humanity and tangible things, right? And so you start from zero with a Trump or Abbott or Sam, I love your point. I agree with you that I was gobsmacked when Beto didn't pull it off. But it takes a lot to move a mountain, right? They can be moved, but sometimes you don't get it with one shot with one shot. You know what I mean? You got to go back and fight again. What do you make of that though?
Because he went against Ted Cruz, who is unpopular. I think across the nation, but somehow Texas, y'all showed up for Ted Cruz, and then he went against Abbott, who I thought, of course, he's got to. I was like, yes, this is going to be it, and he went to the places you told him to go, to the barbershops, and to the, and he's got a little credibility. He'll show up, cuss people out. He looked like he could swing on somebody, like he looks like he's got, like he's not a punk.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like
even our best efforts sometimes may fall short, but we still got to fight and then do those best efforts again. And we got to figure out, hey, we tweak and we learn. That's how every other movement starts. And I think, listen, we have done some turnarounds in some places. It's like, okay, you take a L here and you keep going with that same full force. And those candidates, I mean, Texas Republicans are some of the most well-funded candidates in the country. Texas Republicans can pull dollars like presidential national campaigns can. Mm-hmm. And that money is a big fight. I don't think that political dollars are the only part. I think that we got a lot of leverage that we can pull, but Texas is a tricky one. That would be like trying to turn a gubernatorial race in Florida right now. It's going to be hard. It's going to be tricky, but I think it's still doable. I wish that we would take that same fervor that we see in Texas and try to replicate some of that in Mississippi, Louisiana, and in Alabama, where the numbers, where we have Black numbers and active voter participation amongst African Americans at a rate that I feel like that we could, if we got some of that Latasha oh my God, I'm blanking on her last name. Who was rallying voters here in Georgia.
Oh yeah, Latasha and Cliff from Black Voters Matter.
From Black Voters Matter.
Yeah.
I think some of those Georgia tactics over a longer period of time in Alabama, Louisiana, Mississippi, I think we would be shocked at the numbers that we could pull there.
Latasha Brown.
Latasha
her name
Brown.
Is Brown. That's what they call her.
Yes. But the DNC is lazy. I mean, can I be honest about this? Is my personal opinion.
When you said this, Texas has more Black people than Mississippi.
But percentage wise,
per capita,
total,
yes.
per
Mississippi,
capita.
Jackson, Mississippi has the largest gathering of Black people per capita. But Texas has. It's fair. It's just spread out, but we got a lot of numbers there as well. Yeah. Houston, Dallas, Harris County, come on through. Like there's a powerhouse there as well. But you're right. Those same tactics deployed other places would bear great fruit. 866-801-8255. I'm gonna take a couple more calls. We have a guest coming in. You had something you wanted to add, Drew? I'm sorry.
I was just saying that Black folks have done all the work for the DNC for 40 years, right? Most Black voter work was done by churches and colleges, and the DNC. They don't know what to do with a large, young, Black, non-church going electorate that didn't go to college because they haven't done the work, and so what we got to figure out is, okay, we know where the gap is. Go out and recruit people that can fill the gap and communicate in them spaces. Literally, Black folks have done all of the work for the DNC for a generation and a half. And if you don't have those spaces where we have done that work, like, I'm not a political strategist, but I can tell you that part.
Yes, you are.
Yes, you
are. Yes, you are.
What does the DNC do with a large, young, non-church going electorate that did not go to college? Figure that out, and you don't get the 20% of people that are talking about. Right. Talking about I might vote for Trump. You don't get the 20% of people that don't understand how this works, right? Because there were a lot of people in those Black churches that didn't have a NAS civics lesson until somebody gave it to them, right? I drove people to the polls for Obama and from a church bus, and I know that there were people that were on those sample ballots that were like, so wait a minute. Can I vote for Obama and Alaska governor? And I was like, no, baby, that ain't how it works. I can't tell you who to vote for, but you can't vote for Obama and her. That was the level of political savvy. But I tell you what the Black church did, they got those black non-voters on that church bus, and they went to the polls and they showed them that sample ballot so they would know what to look for. They ain't tell you who to vote for, but they would answer your questions about what could and could not do, right? And so that tells me that DNC has got to do that work now.
Yes, I don't think they're capable, but we'll find out. And if they don't do it, we will. So that's the other thing. And Sam, you're the perfect caller. I liked all of that. She said it was succinct. She was on point. Everything was this is what I'm looking for. That she was informed. She knew what her stuff. Come on through. And the Nubia chat was like, yes, chef's kiss.
I run my fingers through her hair as she smiles and says that she loves me. Isn't it lovely when the one you love's think